morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, it's Abhadrai. The top stories first. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 26, more than 11,000 infected in Nepal. Government dismisses reports of China encroaching Nepal's territory, asserts there is no border dispute between the countries. House panel directs government to provide relief to transport sector, orders forming plans to resume public transportation. Cases of coronavirus surge in India's capital, New Delhi, plans mass screening effort. And Liverpool ends the drought after 30 long years. Chelsea defeats Manchester City 2-1. And now the news in detail. The death toll from coronavirus has reached 26 in the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, one person from Xiangja and another from Lalitpur have become the latest victims of coronavirus. According to spokesperson of the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, a 55-year-old man from Adikola Rural Municipality 1, Xiangja, died in course of treatment at Pokhara Institute of Health Science on Wednesday. Similarly, a 50-year-old man from Mahalakshmi Stan 5, Lalitpur, died while undergoing treatment at Barton Hospital yesterday.
स्याङ्जा जिल्ला आदिखोला एक ठेगाना भएका मधुमेह तथा श्वास प्रश्वासमा कठिनाई भई फेवा सिटी अस्पताल पोखरामा उपचारका लागि भर्ना भएको कोभिड-19 पोजिटिभ भएपछि 2077 साल असार 8 गते पोखरा स्वास्थ्य विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठानमा रेफर भई आइसियुमा भेन्टिलेटरमा राखी उपचार हुँदाहुँदै असार 10 गते राति 11:35 मृत्यु भएको छ। 5 महिना अघि मानव अङ्ग प्रत्यारोपण केन्द्र भक्तपुरमा मृगौला प्रत्यारोपण भएका कोखो दुखेका कारण पुनः सोही अस्पताल गएको पस फर्मेसन भएकोले अस्पताल भर्ना हुनुपर्ने भएपछि नर्भिक अस्पतालमा भर्ना भएको कोभिड-19 पोजिटिभ भएपछि पाटन अस्पताल रिफर भएको र 2077 असार 11 गते बिहान 5 बजे पाटन स्वास्थ्य विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठान ललितपुर पाटन अस्पतालको आइसियुमा भेन्टिलेटरमा उपचार हुँदाहुँदै मृत्यु भएको।
The latest figure of coronavirus infection in Nepal has reached 11,162 as of yesterday evening. Health authorities also confirmed 434 new cases, of which 48 are female and 386 are reported to be males. So far, 199,737 PCR tests and 287,863 rapid diagnostic tests have been carried out across the country. Dr. Gautam informed. Meanwhile, health officials discharged 314 infected persons yesterday after recovering from the disease. A total of 2,650 persons have recovered from the disease till date. Currently, 8,422 persons are undergoing treatment in isolation across the country. The government has refuted reports of China encroaching Nepal's territory. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a press statement yesterday dismissing media reports on Nepal-China border disputes and encroachment of Nepali territory as baseless. The statement clarifies that the alleged news based on a report of the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development is baseless, and the concerned ministry has already refuted the report, stating that the subject matter doesn't fall under its jurisdiction. Similarly, border pillars number 37 and 38 reported missing as per the media reports have never been erected as per the agreement between the two countries owing to the natural conditions, the ministry further said. The ministry has further recalled that the boundary between Nepal and China was delineated and demarcated on the basis of Boundary Treaty of 5th October 1961 and the subsequent protocols signed between the two countries. The ministry's statement has also requested the media to verify the information from concerned authorities before publishing news regarding such sensitive matters. Meanwhile, the members of parliament are divided over a provision in citizenship bill regarding naturalized citizenship. While the lawmakers of Madhesi parties and the main opposition Nepali Congress are against the provision passed by a parliamentary committee, MPs of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have stood in favour of granting naturalized citizenship to foreign women after 7 years. Speaking at a meeting of the National Assembly on Thursday, lawmaker Pramila Kumari of Samajwadi Party said that the provision is biased and communal. She argued that the provision is targeted against Madhesi community and gives continuity to the gender and communal disparity.
नस्लवादी चिन्तन राख्नेहरूले अल्पमतमा पर्ने डर भएकै कारण विदेशी बुहारीको मताधिकार र लोकसेवा आयोग दिने अधिकार समेत खोजेको छ.
Meanwhile, other lawmakers urged the government to put an end to the manhandling of health workers deployed in the forefront against coronavirus.
के बिग्रिया थियो, किन ल्याउनु पर्यो यस्तो संशोधन, के बिग्रिया थियो त्यो चेलीहरू जसले हामी बिहा गरेर ल्याउँछौं त्यसले के बिगाडिया थियो. कोशी, गण्डकी, महाकाली, पञ्चेश्वर जति नदी नाला खोला तिनीहरूले नै बेचेका हुन्.
स्वास्थ्यको अग्रमोर्चामा रहेर काम गरिरहेका जुन किसिमका घटनाहरू घटिरहेका छन्, यो घटनाहरू खेदजनक छन् र उहाँहरूले उचित किसिमको न्याय पाउन् भनेर म समग्र रूपमा देशभरि नै स्वास्थ्य कर्मीहरूको पक्षमा ध्यान आकर्षण गर्न चाहन्छु.
MPs also drew the attention of the government towards the rape and murder in Rupandehi and the death of a person in police custody in Dhanusa. The MPs also criticised police action to suppress the incident. The upper house members also urged an end to extraction of resources in the Chure range.
देखिएकोले त्यसतर्फ सम्मानित सदन मार्फत सरकारको ध्यान आकर्षण गराउन चाहन्छौं.
चैतदेखि तलब थापिएको छैन. चैत, वैशाख, जेठ त छुट्टी नै भयो, तलब थाप्न पाइएन नै. अनि त्यसपछि असार 1 गतेबाट अनलाइन पढाउने भनियो. अनलाइन पनि पढाउन सुरु गरियो. अनलाइनको नाममा पैसा लिन पाउँदैनस् भनेर फेरि विद्यार्थी संगठनहरूले पनि भन्दैछन्. अब कसो गरेर जीवन धान्ने, आफ्ना परिवार, आफ्ना बालबच्चालाई कसरी हुर्काउने, कसरी खुवाउने, के खाएर बाँच्ने र भोलि विद्यालय खुल्दा त्यो शिक्षक बाँच्नुपर्छ कि पर्दैन.
Voices were also raised regarding the payment of teachers at private schools, which has been put on hold for the last 3 months. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The Development and Technology Committee of the Lower House has directed the government to make arrangements to provide relief and concessions to the public transport entrepreneurs. A meeting of the committee members at the Singha Darbar on the use of smart license and transport management directed the government to provide some concessions and bring relief packages for the transport sector. Chairperson of the committee, Kalyani Khadka, informed that the committee has directed the Transport Department and the Physical Infrastructure and Transport Ministry to come up with policy-level changes on the issues of refinancing and re-registering loans for the transport business, which are on the verge of collapse following the lockdown issued by the government in the wake of coronavirus pandemic. The committee has also directed the Department of Transport Management and the Transport Ministry to prepare a concrete plan to start the public transport mechanism safely and share the official working plan with the Development and Technology Committee. Members of Parliament have advised the Passport Department to withhold the printing of e-passports for the time being. The MPs argue that proposing to introduce e-passports now, when the government is struggling to make coronavirus tests available for everyone, is not a smart decision. The International Labour Relations Committee of the Federal Parliament on Thursday discussed with the Director General of the Passport Department, Ramkaji Kharka, about the immediate need of printing e-passports. In the meeting, the MPs advised the department to stop rushing into printing the e-passport when at least 2-3 years worth of MRP or machine-readable passport is still available. The MPs also argued that while the country is struggling to make the testing for coronavirus available, it is not wise to pile further pressure on the country's financial capabilities at the moment. According to the MPs, the investment required for e-passport is a rather lot higher than what is required for MRP, and therefore making a large investment at this moment will not be a wise decision. The MPs also questioned the intention of the department to issue a tender notice now when the country's financial capabilities have been stretched to the limit. The MPs also questioned about who will bear the financial burden of switching from MRPs to e-passports. Buddha Air yesterday conducted mock drill for the resumption of domestic flights long shut due to the coronavirus pandemic. Buddha Air has commenced trial flights starting yesterday as the government has been making arrangements to open air routes as per its aviation safety protocols. The flight trials were conducted in order to prevent the spread of coronavirus among passengers in case an infected person boards the flight, informed Birendra Bahadur Basnit, Managing Director, Buddha Air. Internal flights are likely to commence after 40 more days, but the test flights will continue, Basnat further added. Buddha Air will also provide masks and sanitizers to all boarding passengers later when regular flights come in operation. The company will reportedly provide a visor to the passengers, charging 55 rupees for the safety of all passengers. The aircraft will also be disinfected after each flight, Buddha Air informed. And now, the news from Economic Front. Has decided to put on hold the Third Amendment to the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority Bill following massive backlash from the private sector. The proposed amendment seeks to bring private businesses under the jurisdiction of the anti-graft body. Two major umbrella organizations, the Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries and also the Confederation of Nepalese Industries, earlier demanded the rectification of the Third Amendment to the CIAA bill, citing that the bill demoralizes the growth of private sector. A statement signed by Bhavani Rana, chairperson of FNCCI, and Satish Kumar Moore, chairperson of CNI, has urged the bill to be corrected. Both FNCCI and CNI's attention has been drawn to the provision of the Third Amendment Bill of CIAA that expands its jurisdiction to investigate industries, companies, establishments, banks and medical colleges, among others, operated by the private sector. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Indian authorities are launching a massive coronavirus survey, taking down health details from New Delhi's entire population of 29 million. According to AP, the authorities will be testing everyone with symptoms by July 6. The new plan was announced Wednesday after the sprawling capital became the worst hit city by the pandemic in India, with 70,390 cases, exceeding the financial capital of Mumbai. India on Thursday registered a record high of 16,922 cases, taking the total to 473,105. So far, the strategy in Delhi, the territory that encompasses the capital city, had revolved around identifying containment zones or areas with large clusters of cases. But officials said that less than a fifth of all cases came from zones and border surveillance was needed. Officials said teams will go to each household to identify and test anyone with symptoms using an antigen test. It is a cheaper and more efficient but less accurate blood test that looks for antibodies proteins made by the body days or weeks after fighting an infection. Meanwhile, Pakistani opposition parties criticised Prime Minister Imran Khan on Thursday after he told Parliament that Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden had been martyred in 2011 by US forces. Bin Laden, who masterminded the 9/11 attacks on the United States, was killed in a raid on his hideout in the Pakistani city of Abbottabad after eluding detection for nearly 10 years. According to Reuters, Pakistan was not aware of the operation, which involved US helicopters flying deep into the country from Afghanistan. Khan reportedly said that he will never forget how Pakistanis were embarrassed when the Americans came into Abbottabad and martyred Osama bin Laden. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Liverpool have ended the 30-year wait to be crowned as the champions of England after Chelsea defeated Manchester City 2-1 today morning. Jurgen Klopp's side needed one victory to seal the league, but City's failure to win means they cannot be caught, BBC reported. The Reds had earlier thrashed Crystal Palace 4-0 on Wednesday evening to leave them needing just 2 points from their remaining 7 games to win the title. This accounts for Liverpool's 19th top-flight title and their first since 1989 and 1990. Liverpool fans gathered in the streets of Liverpool and outside their home ground Anfield with flares honking their car horns and celebrated the victory despite being urged to stay home. A number of Red players, including goalkeeper Alisson, defender Virgil van Dijk and midfielder Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, celebrated together after watching the Chelsea City game. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 26, more than 11,000 infected in Nepal. Government dismisses reports of China encroaching Nepal's territory, asserts there is no border dispute between the countries. House panel directs government to provide relief to transport sector, orders firming plans to resume public transportation. Cases of coronavirus surge in India's capital. New Delhi plans mass screening effort. And Liverpool ends a title drought after 30 long years. Chelsea defeats Manchester City 2-1. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.